All right, what's up, guys? All right, sorry about that. That other software I'm trying to use that integrates all that new background stuff and theme and all that. That was delayed like 6-7 minutes. I mean, that's horrible. That stream is delayed 7 minutes. But let's just go ahead and knock this out, guys. Let's set up our Friday for success. If you guys could like and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, that'd be awesome. If you guys could hit that like button, that'd be awesome. Trying to stay motivated in these pre-market lives. Yesterday, I just kind of gave up because I just lost every viewer. No one really, probably because that software, but no one really wanted to stick around. So I just turned it off, and I was super tired. But yesterday, just super choppy. This was great for futures. Horrible for options. Pretty much it was set forward. The moves were, I hate to say it, the moves were completely obvious yesterday. We were just making higher lows and lower highs. All you had to do was take your boom. Bounced here. We created a new demand. What do we do when we create a new demand? Get rid of this one. Look at that. Bounced right there. This was amazing for futures. Look at this. Finally, that was what, 1, 2, 3, 4 plays we could have taken there. Horrible for options though, because this was just like a slow move. It was a quick to take profit day yesterday. Told people with AMD we were up 40%, and that thing went basically the opposite roll away super fast. Yesterday was just a quick take profit. What's up, Rowdy Kill? Yesterday was just quick take profit quick, and it was premium killing. Today's OPEX. OPEX is the monthly expirations for options. So you have options, you'll see if you look at your options chain, the farther ones are your quarterlies. Once you get closer to the quarterlies, they open up the monthlies. So August 19th, I think it's September 16th is the next one. The one I took on Apple. Usually you take the monthlies. They're going to be the highest volume and the highest open interest. Then when you get close to I think 2 months out, they open up the weeklies. So today's those monthlies that have been open for a little bit. So obviously they have more volume, more open interest. Those open interests are going to expire today. There's, I think, $2 billion worth of expirations that could happen today. So yesterday was kind of premium killing. They're trying to pin the price, just like quad witching. I say they want to pin the price to a certain area. But it's supposed to be 4,300, but we're pretty far from that with this overnight sell-off. But yesterday was pretty bearish. Pretty bearish move. I told yesterday if we weren't able to get above, that FOMC minutes high, this bounce down here is gonna be a weak bounce because we kind of just been bouncing from this area. Here's your first bounce. This bounce, to be strong, you want it above here. You can tell weakness didn't create a new high. We had another bounce. Look, it's just like the bouncing. I need to find that picture. I really need to find that picture where you have, like, when you throw a bouncing ball at the floor, you have your first big bounce. Your bounces get closer and closer. You know what I'm saying? And eventually you fall through, like fall off the table. Really doesn't make sense that much, but fall through. So, you get weaker. So that's what, that's why you put a plan. Like if we don't hit above here, definitely look to go short. We had, we were just basically flagging triangle, whatever you want yesterday. Nothing crazy. Let's go ahead and add some things in. So we got our daily. So our main test is going to be this 4176, this high of here, kind of the high of here. This is going to be our first official test of this area. Right under 42. See if we can get a, there's our breakout. We come down, maybe a retest, continuation up. Not sure which way the market's going. Yesterday, I felt like I had no clue what the market was doing. Today, seems kind of obvious, but it is OPEC. Who knows what they're going to do? But overall, last week's high has been a key spot. So hopefully we keep underneath 4247, which is this big pivot at a fall. I do have a demand down here. Right here, you can see all pretty good consolidation. It is kind of overnight consolidation. Buyers came in super strong here. Came in super strong. So possibly we come down here, 42.34, and I'm going to start looking at the longs. And also on the daily, we have this kind of really wicky doji right here. I'm also looking for that to the downside. Daily demand. Why does this say supply? But also, look in your lower time frames. Just look at what we're doing. We obviously caught some bids at our at our 630 area. Also, where did we start selling off? Sort of a really defined sell-off. Or 1 hour, possibly. We have a nice base here with Europe opening. Europe based it, then dropped it. Flagged, based, another drop. I'm gonna start. In the future, I'm gonna start trading Europe a little bit more. Kind of wake up early. My wife's gonna be switching shifts, so gonna do more Europe and then instead of the later US market. But overall, let's see, we might be able to pop up the 42. This 4262. It's probably the middle of the fair value gap that we're creating and kind of this downtrend. We had kind of a breakout above it yesterday. You can tell it didn't sustain and whatnot. Let's look at NQ. NQ is obviously a little bit weaker. We kind of have this broadening formation, which actually is pretty crazy because we are down at the bottom of it. So we could possibly pop up, and we are hitting a daily. Yeah, our daily, that doji on our doji on ES. We're hitting that on NQ right now, and also here's our breakout. Definitely a lot different, but we are kind of retesting this little breakout here from these two strong candles. So I can see we might be able to pop at open right here. But I think today's kind of gonna be the same thing as yesterday. But we do have a nice broad information on NQ. You know, if I would play, I'd go long right here. Yeah. So just look at SPY overall. So a little trick I like to do for this, you on TradingView, you just go to your SPY extended hours, you hit 5 day down here. So this gives you pretty much a good 5 day sample. And just look at where your levels are. Pretty simple. You can tell right here, 40. Why doesn't it click? I need to learn my hotkeys for this. Right here, 425.44 seems like a pretty simple level. So support, kind of held support here, was our initial 5 day push up. You can tell here's our beginning of our 5 day push up. Came down and kind of retested it, bounce. So, you know, just doing your 5 day like that's pretty simple. And to the upside's probably is 429.50. But this works. I like doing this on kind of on stocks because you can tell where we looking at. Apple definitely needs to break last week's highs. I'm just gonna do this quickly. AMD could go screw itself. Fake to the downside and fake to the upside. AMD, you can tell right here, this 98.40 area was a sticking point yesterday. This bottom here just gives you good levels. Just a little trick. But let's go back to SPY. SPY overall, you can tell it did not want to. This downtrend didn't want to hit it. You know, we have a gap below, another gap. We have plenty of horrible market structure down below. Just a lot of buying. So there's a lot of selling that can come down. And of course, definitely want to watch. Alright, yeah, we can't hold that. We want to watch this. The retest of that big, like 14-16 area. Oil, for futures traders, I posted this. I did not take it. This was a $3,000 short. Perfect. Look at this. Hit my supply almost to the dot. Rejected. Continuing down. Even with oil just freaking flying yesterday. Crazy. Even natural gas hit my pumped. See, you'll just look for this big dump. Just look for these big sell candles, big buy candles. Eventually we'll come up back to it and we'll sell off again. Bitcoin and Ethereum are looking weak, so definitely, if off the bat, kind of look at Coin, kind of look at Riot, Mara. These should really catch up. Coin's back below this area where we bounced. We pushed once, twice, 3, 4 times. Oh, Rowdy, I didn't take it. I scalped it a little bit, but man. Like I posted, I posted I wasn't going to take it. It's like kind of stepping in front of a train, but with futures, it's a little tougher with that because it could be minus $1,000 in a minute. Take a look. Yeah, is DXY still going? So yeah, DXY is going. I think gold is gold. I want a long gold. I'll get there, guys. I'll get there. So yeah, DXY, you know, when the dollar index is pumping, is usually not good for the market. So I mean, everything is setting up for a bad market dump. Bad. You know, we had this push up on low volume based on inflation. Yeah, Roddy. If you do futures, yeah, oil respects TA as long as you don't get around the news times. It respects TA a lot, and you make money. But dollar index was going yesterday. Our yield curves are inverted. Our housing market looks like it's getting worse and worse. Every news comes out, but every other news is just positive. So we're just slowly creeping up with this good news. And these bears are just waiting for a big bad news headline just to take the market and run with it. I think they could do it. I don't think now is the time to buy for the bulls. What I'm really watching is dark pool at these highs, because on SPY right here we had a lot of dark pool that last day, like huge crazy amounts. Kind of had a decent amount, so you're waiting for that dark pool to unload. VIX used to be very easy to trade in the market with VIX. Brad, you probably know how, I think I put you on the VIX. I was like, watch this, VIX with even numbers. When we hit an even number, we usually reject. And it was pretty simple, but VIX has been really stupid lately. It doesn't really make sense. Like the other day we made a new low right here. We made a new low. Yeah, yesterday. That's probably why we just pushed. We made a new low, and look, we gapped up. We are hitting a little supply of mine, but the main thing is we just want a crazy push. But we're just basing basically on VIX. I think this is here's our pivots: 1845, 1736, 1634, 1410 is our lowest. Grab some far out VIX calls. I think you'll be pretty solid. They do take up a little bit premium, and they aren't the best money maker, but it's pretty simple money. Apple. Apple's been really interesting lately. I know a lot of you guys are kind of averaging down that call out I did for September, and then what I did yesterday, I averaged down. I really wanted to sell too. I forgot the average out one, and then you just average in, and you just keep averaging in, averaging out, averaging in, averaging out. And that's what you do on those choppy days. But Apple, it had a very interesting sell overnight yesterday, or 2 days ago overnight. And then yesterday was kind of weird. It was like one of the last ones to turn green, I believe. But definitely super choppy. Hopefully we get below last week's high. Yeah, Apple was a put. Yeah, I'm not doing calls on Apple all the way up here. No way. I mean, you want to do a call on Apple, you get called on Apple down here. That's my thing right now. Like, it's hard to turn completely bullish right now. We had our run, guys. Like, if you want to turn bullish, you turn bullish down here. You start looking long here. Why are people looking long here? That's why I like to show shop. Sorry, this chart's look jacked, but why are you going long up here? You should be going long down here. This is where you should start looking for downside. Yeah, all-time high. I mean, if you're grab shares. If you want to do that, grab shares. But for me, option trading, that's what kind of killed me with AMD. I even told myself that if you trade the pullback instead of the breakdown or the breakout, your risk to reward is so much greater. My wife's deciding to text me a lot today. But like I said, there's no reason. Yeah, you play the breakout here, but where's your risk to reward? Yeah, to up here. But if you wait for the market to pull back and then you start looking for calls, look at this. Your risk to reward 31 to 40 is way better than 40 to 44. And look, if you're still holding, you're suckered into it. So that's, that's something you got to do. But obviously, predicting the top and the bottom's hard. Just let the market do its thing. Like, let this price come down to where buyers came in very strong last time. You can tell. Like right here, 35.21 to 33. We had a strong push up, so we had a push up, base, push up. So we could catch some bids here, up, bids here, but let the market pull back. You could do your intraday puts, watch SPY, grab your SPY puts, make your money that way. But when you want to start swinging, wait for that price to come down to your area. That's why I'm not really wanting to go long on Apple. Like, why go long on Apple? Especially with their iPhone event for, I think, the second week in September. I'm going to do a lot of research on that, or do some charting, but usually it's sell the event because the iPhone's never as good as people want. So Apple, that's why I'm looking for a long term. We're in September. We still got a month left on that one. Just let it do its thing. People are TMing me and pinging me, asking if I'm still in. I'm like, yeah, I'm still in. I don't care. I'm down $40. And just let it do its things. That's what swings are for. Kind of start looking for reversal points, like strong sell-offs. That's when you start averaging down. You gotta look for your average down areas. AMD, took an L on it yesterday. We had, we're just in this triangle. Kind of broke down. I was looking for that breakdown. Off the bat, we looked pretty weak. Straight off the bat, just red candle, red candle, red candle. Got a good 40% average out. Unfortunately, if you look at NVIDIA's 182 level. This thing has been holding pretty well. Pretty solid, resistance broke above. Resistance, support. Now it held support. It hit that 82 and then just full beast moded up. So that's why AMD kind of got a little jacked. And also fake broke out to the top, which is kind of stupid too. Amazon, man, why would he do calls on that? Look, I'm looking short. Here's my, this is your bouncy ball. We had our push up, our bounce. This is our first demand bounce. This is this is the difference between demand and support area. This demand right here, we had our initial bounce. So for me, this demand zone is gone. It's now like kind of a support zone. Because this bounce did not break this high. So you could tell. Didn't break this high. The next bounce off of it, did it break previous high bounce right here at 143.39? No, it didn't. Boom. What's it? I mean, if you want a short, get 4 out Amazon. I might grab one today. If we get a pull. Here's my, the bouncy ball, guys. I get a little bounce up here and then a drop through. That's what I'm looking at overall. But off demand, you have to, if you want a demand to be high conviction, you need to break a previous swing high pivot. You saw we had kind of we didn't really bounce off of the demand here. We just bounced off the 50% retracement from this candle. We tell, look, it went above previous high. This demand went above previous high. So initially this demand is a strong demand right here. So this bounce, a high conviction bounce right here. Right here, sorry, wrong one. So that first bounce off this high conviction bounce. So this could have been a good play. Good 2% move in Amazon. That's probably like 60% if you timed the entrance really well. Good good money on that. But then you look, just try to do your chart again where your exits are, and we weren't able to break pre-market high, so get out. Google, not really sure what Google's doing anymore. For me personally, I can see more downside. Did break above this flag, but this flag could be, what's that one? This flag could could seems downside. Meta, Meta has been respecting its levels. Definitely watching this kind of this 169 where we had this huge push up on the 10th. This huge push up, we broke previous swing high. Look at that. Are we gonna come back down here and touch it? Possibly. So that's what I'm kind of watching on Meta. That could be, definitely keep that up on your main watch list on that one. Especially with Meta being weak, you could see a little relief bounce. Yesterday, look at that beautiful 175.50. Don't know why 175.50 is the level. Probably could be 176. It's the same thing. Be looking back, look back, look at this one, support here. We had a little hiccup here, break above, tested it, pushed up, support here, resistance, broke below, tested it here to the downside. And look at yesterday, it's 175.50 yesterday. Actually, it was almost about to take calls off that 170, this 172 bounce. So today, possibly looking for a, if we do want to push up it open, see if we can't break over this green box. 172 to 173, we can see a drop down to that 169 area, and then that's where I'm possibly going to start looking to go long. Because you have, look at this consolidation right here. Big push up. Do we come back down to it and then push up again? This green box that we, I'm talking about is, look at this. Look at this thing. Resistance. Broke below. Resistance. Support here. We had support off of it yesterday. We're breaking below, so we're going to break below, tap it, and then drop. So Meta is a really good money maker on a Friday too. So that's key watch today. Microsoft, definitely looking for this breakdown of this 286.51. Ooh, we do have a gap fill too. We can go gap fill. Microsoft had 556 million at this 290.25. That's where I took calls yesterday. So look how it was probably a good buy. They probably sold up here. You take that much of shares and you sell up here, you're making good money. You tell it came in a little early, came in like around here, but you can just see all that consolidation. And then we took calls. Nice average out, nice out. Simple. Nvidia gap down. Semis were definitely very interesting, being strong yesterday. You know, I thought we'd have some weakness. Give me 1 second. All right, yeah. So Nvidia, I thought we would have overall weakness, or just this 182. I think once this 182 level breaks, we're gonna definitely see a little sell off. You know, we do have this 178 below, and then I believe this is the CPI data, possibly some kind of nice push up here. So, you know, on Nvidia, where am I going to look to go long? Is this 172 or possibly this 160? Love to see kind of us kind of like this and then up. But semiconductors do their own thing. Absolutely do their own thing. Just like yesterday, I thought they'd be weak and they're super strong. So. Give me 1 second again. All right, back. Tesla's kind of flagging, kind of doing its own thing. Not sure what's going to happen. Not the best flag, but just basically showing what it's doing. But let's see what future's doing. Kind of just holding off. I can see a little pop up. Let's look at some news. Canada retail sales, pretty good. GM resumes a dividend, hikes buyback. Economic calendar, we don't have nothing. We just have Baker's Hughes U.S. rig count. Nothing on economic calendar today. So it should be obviously between OPECs. Should be a pretty straightforward 6-year PA. We don't have that much news. Ethereum under 17. Definitely watch what's going to happen with Coin, Riot, Mara. But it's gonna end it for me, I guess. Pretty straightforward day. Start looking for your downside targets. And see what's gonna happen. Hopefully over the weekend I can figure out that that streaming software. It's a lot user friendly, but no point in having it if it's gonna be delayed 5 minutes. So appreciate you guys. It is Friday. Be careful with those 0 days. Don't ruin your part. Don't ruin your gains for the week. I mean, I've had a pretty solid week. Definitely led by futures. Options have been kind of but appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great Friday. Enjoy your weekend. And I'll be back here on Monday.